Miami, Florida. It's the Money Making Monday Show with your host, Carlos.
I got calls in different areas. Calls I got calls in different areas. Calls
What's up, everybody? Happy Money Making Monday. If you can hear me okay, you guys already know. Do me a favor and just comment so I know that you can hear me. And we're good to go because today I'm going to be showing you some pretty exciting stuff. So I'm just going to give it a second here while I drink my coffee. And let's see if you guys can hear me okay. And also, just comment where you're watching from so I know. I want to know where you're located right now. So do me a favor, just comment where is it you're watching from, and if you're watching from LinkedIn or you're watching from YouTube or Facebook or whatever might be the case. Do that. Do that. All right, I see it here. We're good. We're live. Excellent, and you guys can hear me fine. Love it. Sounds good. All right. So sick into music. Yeah, love it. Appreciate it, Moss. How you doing? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I hope that everybody had a great weekend. It definitely was a very good weekend. The Super Bowl. How many of you watched the Super Bowl? How many of you like that was so unexpected? I mean, I don't want to get into sports because this is Money Making Monday and it's about performance marketing and stuff. But that flag at the last, at the fourth quarter was really unexpected. So whatever. Next time, I was hoping the Eagles were gonna win. Any Eagle fans here? No. Well, if you're a Chief fan, well, I'm happy for you. And then let's get started. Let's get started just in a moment because what I'm going to show you today is going to be a pretty cool thing that you can use to create IVRs. I know a lot of you guys. First of all, if anybody's watching, who is familiar with text to speech, or who is using text to speech right now to create audio? And if you are, I don't know if you will mind sharing what tools are you using, which one you like, which one you don't like, because that's what we're going to be talking about today: creating text to speech and different cases, and how you can use it to incorporate it into your current campaigns and maybe create new campaigns with this what I'm going to be showing you today. So if you're using text to speech, can you do me a favor? Can you just comment so I know that you are using it? I mean, if you're using Ringba by default, if you create any campaign and you create an IVR menu, it's pretty much text to speech if you're texting there, unless you're uploading your own audio. So what I'm going to be showing you today is going to be exactly and how to do that um, using this pretty cool software. I shouldn't say software. This website that gets it done for you. So, okay, cool. Here we go. Let me share my screen. And coffee, that's for closers. Okay, coffee is for closers. Cool. Any of you guys are familiar with 11 Labs? No? Okay. You will be after this call. Great. Let me make sure that I click in the right place. And you should be able to see my screen now. Let's take this chat away. Great. How do I make this smaller? Oh, fine. All right, so 11 Labs. Reason why I love it is because they pretty much, hold on, give me a second. Let me do something real quick. There you go. Perfect. So far, I try a whole bunch of different providers to see which one can be, realistic as far as creating an audio file that I can use in my IVR, I can use in my campaigns, especially if you're doing some type of pre-qualification. And one way to go about it is usually go into Fiverr. I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar with Fiverr, so you can go into Fiverr and hire somebody that can do that, or um, and this usually is great. It's a great way to do it. But the point that the problem here, not the problem, but something to keep in mind is that it takes a few days, but it's a human recording it, so that's as good as it's gonna get. But when you want to test something out real quick, I'll recommend that you start using something like this, which is 11 Labs. So you can go to 11labs.io, or you can just type in 11.ai.com, and it will take you to this site. So just give you an idea. So give me an idea, and it will pre-generate for you something to say. Or what you can do also is now come into ChatGPT, right? And then you can say something like, write me a short voice script, IVR script to the caller. Oops, I'm not sharing this tab. So I'm here in Chat GPT, type in here. So write me a short IVR script to prepare if the caller has insurance. All right, this is kind of like the lazy way to get the script, and hopefully it works. But if it didn't work, then you can just, it's not working for some reason. You can just type it here. So um, thank you for calling. If you currently all right, so it's a simple. Thank you for calling. If you currently have insurance, please press 1. Just going to press 1, total call, press 2, right? So hear this one out. Tell me what you guys think.
Thank you for calling. If you currently have insurance, press 1. All other callers, press 2.
Pretty solid, right? You think about it, right? So now you can write in something longer. So thank you for calling. Please listen carefully as so you can see here what ChatGPT said, right? So thank you for calling. Please listen carefully as our options have changed. To pre-qualify for insurance, please answer the following questions. Are you calling to inquire about insurance cover for yourself or someone else? Right? So you can grab something like this, or you can write your own script, and then you can go ahead and paste that into 11 Labs, right? Which is this one right here. Then you can download the file, upload it to your Ringba campaign flow, or wherever you want it uploaded to, and then you're pretty much good to go, right? And obviously, ideally, you want a human to record this, right? But when you're testing out something and you need something to be done and be done super fast, like this is a great tool that you can use. And I'll show you right now. I'll copy and paste this and show you how it will sound like using 11 Labs. Just going to copy this. I'm going to share my tab here. I'm going to paste this. Actually, let me reload it just to make sure.
Thank you for calling. Please listen carefully as our options have changed. To pre-qualify for insurance, please answer the following questions. Are you calling to inquire about insurance coverage for yourself or someone else? Are you currently insured? Are you looking to enroll in a new insurance plan or make changes to your ex?
I don't know about the make changes part, but now you can see it's pretty good, right? So um, I'm retyping here the prompt to test that out with something. Write me a shorter script asking to press 1 for health insurance or 2 for Medicare Advantage. Not sure how long it's going to take because I'm in the free plan. But there you go. So assuming I just copy this, I'm going to switch over to this tab right here. And assuming that I wanted to test this real quick, and I don't want to wait like a few days for somebody to record it, or I don't want to record it myself, then you can use something like this, and this will give you a pretty good text to speech audio file that you can use in your IVR flows.
Thank you for calling. If you are calling regarding health insurance, please press 1. If you are calling regarding Medicare Advantage, please press 2. Your response will help us direct your call to the appropriate department. Thank you.
Not bad at all. And then here you can see some other pre-made. So there's Adam and Tony. I see a question here that says Spanish. Not that I'm aware of. I don't think so. We can try, but I don't think so. So it's Sam, Rachel. So how about let's try a female one? So Bella, I'm assuming this is female. Let's see how this one sounds.
Thank you for calling. If you are calling regarding health insurance, please press 1. If you are calling regarding Medicare Advantage, please press. Your response will help us direct your call to the appropriate department. Thank you.
Okay, so you guys get the point. You can choose what you want. Let's try one more. See how Rachel sounds like.
Thank you for calling. If you are calling regarding health insurance, please press 1. If you are calling regarding Medicare Advantage, please press 2. Your response will help us direct your call to the appropriate department. Thank you.
I feel this one was a little bit more robotic. Adam does a great job for sure. How about Anthony? How about this one?
Thank you for calling. If you are calling regarding health insurance, please press 1. If you are calling regarding Medicare Advantage, please press 2. Your response will help us direct your call to the appropriate department. Thank you.
Okay, so you guys get it, how you can use this now to create some pretty interesting IVR. So you can use something like ChatGPT if you're feeling kind of lazy, but if you don't mind typing in whatever it is that you want to say, then just type it here, create the file, download it, and then I think that they have a free plan here. So if you're looking, I'm not affiliated in any type of way with this company. I just think that their product is awesome, and it can help out people that do lead gen pay per call because we deal with audio all the time. So this makes sense. They also have the $5 a month and the $22 a month and other plans, but they have a free plan if you want to get started. English only, as far as I know, so it's only English. I wish I had in Spanish too. But nope, just English. Now, the other cool thing that they have is the voice cloning. Okay, so you can see.
Thank you for calling. If you are calling regarding health insurance,
Okay, chill. So if you come here and you see here, they have the clone voices. So your creative AI, which is the voice lab, so you can clone voices from samples or clone your own voice. or design entirely new synthetic voices from scratch, right? Or our cloning model learns any speech profile based on just a minute of audio without training. And our generative model lets you create completely new voices. So if you can clone your voice, right? So if you can provide a minute or so of your own voice, then you can go ahead and use your voice, right? Or you can clone anybody else voice that, like, let's say that you hire a voice talent and you ask them to record, because you like their tone, you like how they speak, so you want them to record a minute or 2 minutes worth of audio. Then you can come back here and then you can clone this voice and then use that moving forward, which is pretty great if you're using Synthesia. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. Let me pull it up real quick and then I'll share my screen. But if you're using Synthesia, then it's pretty cool in the sense that now you can have an avatar of yourself, right? Which is, not sure if you guys seen this, but this is to create AI videos. So now you can have an avatar of yourself and a clone of your own voice, and then boom, sky's the limit. You can connect this through API, and then there's no stopping you as far as what content you can create using AI. So just to show you a quick example, if you guys don't know what Synthesia is, this is pretty much to create AI videos.
Hey, I'm Anna, and here's a quick Synthesia product demo.
Synthesia, I always say.
Start by selecting an AI avatar.
Like me.
Or me.
Or me.
Then type in text in over 65 languages.
And choose a narration style or local accent.
When you're ready, add your text, shapes, and other design elements. Choose a font or upload your own. You can also upload other brand assets, such as your logo, which you will find here for any future videos. Position everything easily thanks to the snapping function. If you need, you can also add a soundtrack. Next, start adding and styling visual elements. You can upload your own images and videos or select from our free media library with over 1 million assets. Alternatively, you can save time and get started with a fully customizable template. Once selected, here's how easy it is to customize it. Start by changing colors in bulk to match your brand identity. Add your logo and change the text elements. Add images, videos, infographics, or other media content, and add finishing touches. You can also record quick videos of your screen with a built-in screen recorder, so you don't have to jump in between apps. Trim and crop your recording and adapt it to your slide. When you're ready, click Generate Video and include or exclude automatic closed captions. Once your video is generated, you can download, share, or embed it. And if you need to make a change, you can simply duplicate, make adjustments, and generate a new video in minutes. And that's it. Try it for yourself today. Ciao, ciao.
Yeah, so that's a pretty cool.
I'm Anna, and here's a quick.
No, we already said that. That's a pretty cool tool that you can use. I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with it. And this one does speak multiple languages. So if you need something in different languages, this one is able to do it. It's not as good as 11 when it comes to text to speech. I think this is by far the best one that I've seen out there when it comes to text to speech. Synthesia, however you say it, they're pretty good, but they sound a little bit more robotic. But they do have all these languages available. So if you want to do Spanish, neutral, which is I recommend that you do neutral. That'll be like, one that you can use, or whatever other language you want to do, you can do with this. But this is more so to create videos, and where this is for audio. Great. Now, any questions? Anything that you guys want to talk about? I'm here, so let's do it. Let's see what's going on. Nope, no Spanish at the moment for 11. Not that I know of. This is awesome. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Do me a favor. You can click above or below. There should be a link that says Restream, and you can click in there, and then I can see your name, and I can see also um, your avatar picture. Leo, what's going on? Boom. Hey. Afternoon, Josh. How's it going, buddy? So from New York in the house. Sounds good on YouTube. Great. Good. So that's what I wanted to talk about so you guys know how to use that, and hopefully you put it to good use. Create some cool flows and IVRs, and if you do, share it so I can listen to what your creativity sounds like. Question: what is a typical CPA to target on Landbot for Medicare ACA? CPA assuming like cost per conversion, right? Or cost per call, or cost per sale. I don't think that's, but cost per conversion. Hey, Theodore, how's it going, buddy? Cost per conversion depends on and your strategy. If your pixel is it's nice and seasoned, and you have a lot of data, and you're designing your campaign in a way that you're targeting like broad audience first, right? And then you're targeting a lookalike audience of whatever website engagement you had, whatever page or ad engagement, like, posted, share. So anybody that interacted with you somehow, some way. So that will be your second ad set. So the first ad set will be totally broad. The second ad set will be like, targeting lookalike audiences of people that previously interacted with you. And then your third ad set will be targeting lookalike audiences of call durations, people that were on the phone for like 5 minutes, people that were on the phone for like 25 minutes, 45 minutes. So you have those different custom lookalike audiences. So if you're modeling that way, you can be generating calls pretty cheap. From landing pages, you can generate calls for like $1 to $2, and it will be about the same for Landbot or not Messenger, but for Landbot. Yeah, around the same if you design it well. Okay, next question. If we run our own IVR, can we get a raw connect direct to the buyer without pre-IVR? Yeah, of course. Then in that case, what we do is we provide you with an data enrichment URL, and it's a URL that you can send you a video on how to do this, or you can contact the team over at Ringbot to do it for you. But you will have to create us as an RTT target, where you're going to ping us and you're going to pass some parameters that we need, the ones that we're collecting in our IVR. And you're going to be able to pass those fields through an RTT setup with the URL that we provide to you. So that will pass those fields. You will bypass the IVR that we have. And then in return, we do a post back. So you will have to give us a webhook where we're going to post back conversions into your system. So both dashboards are synced with the payouts. And if you're interested in learning more about that, what you can do is you can just sign up at Unique Publishers, and we give you full support there, and you can learn more. So I just put a QR code because I know a lot of people are watching from a computer. So you can just scan this QR code. It's going to take you there, and you're good to go. Is that a real Picasso behind you? No, no, it's a portrait of me. So, other than Jornaya and Trusted Form, what other lead validation services are out there that doesn't cost $10,000 a month? Well, neither does Jornaya or Trusted Form. They do not cost nowhere near that. You can implement their code for free. Just go to their website. You can definitely implement their code there for free. I will share the screen and show you how to do that, or reach out to our support team and we can help you out and providing you the resources. But yeah, what you want to do is it's free to have their validation. What it costs money is if you want it like to claim that certificate. If your buyer wants to claim that certificate, then that obviously is going to cost money. But if not, then it's free and you can just install it in your website and it will provide the correct token. Okay. Hit me up on Slack and I'll help you through that process. Sending traffic here says sending traffic to quiz landing page or sending traffic to landbot. Which one works better? I think that they both work great. It's just depending on your strategy and what you're really trying to accomplish here. The good thing about the chatbot is one that is interactive, and two that you can pretty much generate better quality leads because you are having an engaged person with a high intent interacted on it and then on their own decide to make a phone call or somehow some way you get them to call you or any follow-up sequences, right? So that is great. On the landing page is good for volume as well, but the quality, it can be good if you create kind of advertorial longer copy, usually will perform better as far as lead quality. But if you keep it like so lead gen, meaning like so lean that all you want is this person to call, then sometimes that person, you will get those phone calls, but the quality is not there because the person might not be completely 100% sure as to what they're calling about, or if what they're calling about is, um, you know, is exactly what is being offered. So that's something that you got to keep in mind. I think both works great. We use both and different objective as well. So it's a matter of trying them out and see which one you like better. Okay. This one says, let me see if I can put it here. Read it. When you decide to stop a campaign, you spend $1,000, no profit. Will you stop or test more? When will you stop the test and change the vertical? So it depends. Like different people have different ways of doing things, right? If it's a campaign that has a high cost per call, right? Then $1,000 might be have the same weight or the same meaning as a campaign that has a relatively low cost per call, right? So, to give you an example, if you're running like motor vehicle accident, $1,000 really not nothing to that, right? But if you're running like, I don't know, like towing or Medicare or ACA. So $1,000 is more than enough to run a decent test. So it depends on the cost per acquisition or the cost per call, better said, for that offer that you're running. That's when you decide. So and then you got to look at why is it not working, right? And sometimes it could be because of human error. It could be because of the creative that you're using, the landing page, the flow. Usually, there's something there that is stopping it from working, or you might realize that the cost is more than you were hoping to spend, right? So, like if you're running it, like I just mentioned, like a motor vehicle accident, that's going to be pretty costly, right? So you might want to test at $5,000 to $10,000, right? Whether if you're running like a, like an easy campaign, like a free cell phone, or Medicare that is free, or anything that the government is funding and is free, $1,000 is more than enough to create a budget and a test. Do you train newbies in PPC? Yeah, we do. We have a whole training. You can come here and check it out. Here's the QR code. You can just scan it there, and sign up. There's a whole video there. It teaches you how to do everything. And if this is for you, all you have to do is schedule a call, and we'll tell you more about it. Cool. So I'm gonna just leave the QR code in the top of the screen, and you can just scan it there later on when you watch the replay. I spent $600 on a dead campaign. I made back 400. Did not continue, and I start doubting myself. All right. So that you're a little under there, but again, what was the case? Like, why were you having troubles generating calls, or the calls were not being answered, or were the calls not being converted? Do you listen to the calls? What was the overall caller main pain, why they were calling? And do you adjust the campaign after collecting all of that data? Because 600, it's a rather small test, right? At least if you do pay-per call and lead gen for a living, and this is how you pay your bills, and this is how you make money, that's a relatively small test. So, but at what stage are you, right? Like, do you went back and make changes, or is this just one off? I just ran a campaign, $600, looked at it a couple of times. It wasn't what I expected. I started doubting myself, and now I'm giving up. I just want to see where you're at. Yes, it is a painting of this is painting a portrait of myself. It was done by Martha, and it's a beautiful painting. So I have it right there. Thank you so much for it. And you guys can actually, I'm gonna share the link in this video so you guys can see more artwork by the artist. Thank you. Cool. So you have any other questions? Come on, now is the time to ask, because I gotta get to work. I got campaigns to run, so you know how it is. I'm a newbie from Egypt. Don't have big budgets to test, just testing the waters. Thank you so much for the answers. My pleasure. So that brings me back to a good point, right? So if you don't have much budget to test, that's okay. That's totally fine. Um, what you have to do is you have to run the campaign at a smaller budget, right? So how long did it take you to spend those $600? That's the first question. I would love to know that. And then um, aside from that, then you got to know, like, what, how much, what budget you can run daily and still make it profitable, right? So now when you fix that and you go back to and you optimize your campaign by the data that you just collected, that I just previously spoke about, by doing the campaign structures like I just told you, right? So campaign structure, you want to do broad. So that's going to be, you're going to create one campaign and 3 ad sets, right? And then you're going to have 5 to 6 pictures per ad set. The first ad set is going to be a broad ad set, right? So there you're going to have just broad audience that you're targeting. The second ad set is going to it's going to be a lookalike of people that went to your website, or people that engage with your page, with your ads. They either like, share, comment on it, or they visit your Facebook page, or whatever might be the case, right? So that's going to be your second ad set, lookalike audience of those, right? And then the third one is going to be provided by Ringbot, right? As far as to you want to export and create audiences or automatically do it based on call duration. So, I learned this from David from Engine Fish at a conference at LeadsCon. He was talking about um, when does somebody has a meaningful conversation, and usually that starts at like around the 10-minute mark. So you want to make sure that you have your pixel fires, meaning everybody that calls the campaign, whether they stay in the call for a second, 2 seconds, or an hour, it doesn't matter. You want to create a lookalike of that. You're going to call that pixel fires, and then you have two. Um, your um, your durations, right? So you're going to segment by like 5 minutes if you want, and then 10 minutes. Once you hit the 10-minute mark, you're having a meaningful conversation with the other person, right? And then once you hit the 25-minute mark, chances are you're moving into that sales stage and you're ready to sign up for something. And then if you're on the phone for like 45 minutes plus, it definitely a sale or something there happened. That's the goal, right? So once you have that, then that will be your third ad set, and then you're going to run that campaign in that style, right? You can do ABO, however you want to do it, uh, and then push as much traffic as you can to your landing page or to your land bot or whatever it is that you're sending traffic. Then you're going to collect that and then listen to the call, see if it's aligned with what you're advertising, see how the call center or your buyers are performing as far as what the pickup rate is, ultimately what your RPC is, what your revenue per call is, right? You want to make sure your revenue per call is as high as possible, because your revenue per call has to be higher than your cost per billable call, right? So, or your cost per call, I'm sorry. So you want to look into all of that before you throw in the towel. And you can do all of that at whatever scale it is. At a small scale, spending a $50 to $100 a day is going to take you longer. You can do a higher scale, spending millions of dollars. So it just depends where you're at, but don't feel discouraged about that. Facebook call only ads is dead. It's not dead. It's just you get a whole bunch of calls that, unless you have an IVR in place, like we just talked about something like this, to create a something like this to create an IVR. But if not, you get a whole bunch of calls that are like are not necessarily the best quality of calls that you want to get, because this is a whole bunch of calls of just people randomly calling, pocket dialing, and stuff. So you got to somehow, some way filter it. But no, it's not dead. It still works. I was spending 50 a day, so approximately 12 a day. So yeah, the only problem when you're spending like 50 a day is not might be enough. So you might want to boost that up to, let's say, 100 a day. If you're planning to spend 600, and then instead of taking you 12 days, you cut that down to like 6 days, right? And then you have your proof that it is working. Then you can either go to investors or companies and be like, hey, this is what media buying that I'm doing. This is what the return is, and usually you'll get access to capital that way. Hey, all your PPC beauties on the call. What's going on, Ryan? Good to see you here. Appreciate it. And with that note, that's pretty much all for today. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys being here, and I hope that everything that was shared worked out. And then if you're looking to learn more, or you have any interest and offers that we have available, I'm gonna just put in here the QR code where you guys can just scan it, and it will take you right here. It will take you to our unique publisher page, and there you will be able to sign up as a publisher. We have training there, and we have a very extensive support and frequently asked questions knowledge base that you can use to your advantage. So thank you so much. That is all for today, and I will see you in the next one. Okay.